Get this man some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
A Blazers podcast.
Welcome back to Get This Man Some Help. John, I think we need some interstitial activities for when, because now that we're on the YouTubes,
oh my God,
they can see us. People can see us. And, Jimmy Fallon has the late night host had the thing where they throw the cards, or, Jon Stewart throws his card, or they fiddle with a pen. What could be our thing that we do while the music's playing?
Yeah, I don't know. I think every episode, though, I'm just going to get closer and closer.
Oh, that's a good one.
To the camera.
Yeah.
Until finally it's just sort of in my nostril. That's the goal. The internostril activity.
We'll go spelunking.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Put on your hard hat. We'll go spelunking. Sean, we are getting the playoffs, not that we deserve, but a playoff that is gifted to us more than we deserve. This is a beautiful thing. It has been incredible to watch. Great finish after great finish. Storylines immaculate. What is your favorite thing so far in this first and second round of playoffs?
Can I tell you something that may actually shock you a little bit? It may surprise you, and I can't even believe that I'm saying it.
Yeah. But
I am really enjoying this Golden State run.
Oh God.
Listen. We're getting to the end of the Steph Curry's career. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I have been Jimmy Butler, who I actually do love.
Sure. No, we do. Yeah.
I just absolutely, wished he was in a Trailblazer, but and all the things that are happening, I'm really, after years and years of getting crushed by Steph Curry and Steve Kerr and Draymond Green and company, I am, dare I say it?
Don't do it.
Dare I say it?
Don't do it.
Dare I say I am actually
do not say it.
Rooting for the Golden State Warriors this year. Would love to see him. Love to see him.
That is a terrible take.
Would love to see it.
It's the worst thing I've heard all day.
It's the farewell. It's the final farewell.
I don't like it.
Listen,
they don't deserve it.
I can't stand Boston. I just the only thing I want to hear from Boston is that coach finally get arrested. They finally dug up his basement and found all the dead bodies.
Yeah.
Cleveland. Okay, whatever. But no, Golden State.
Knicks.
Thumped. I like the Knicks. That's fine. I like the Knicks a lot. But
Pacers.
No, the Pacers.
Big body Jokic.
Well,
he goes to Jokic going into the paint every time like he's delivering a refrigerator and he has a U-Haul.
That guy, listen, 42 and 24 or something absolutely stupid. Aaron Gordon becoming the hero. Can we talk a little bit about, I know this is not a Denver Nuggets podcast. They fired Mike Malone.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did they fire Mike Malone?
They weren't winning.
Well, they weren't winning, but all reports say that he was insistent on keeping Russell Westbrook in the lineup. He had faith in Russell Westbrook. He wanted Russell Westbrook in the lineup.
Sure. And
who's playing his hyper aggressive butt off?
Yeah.
Well, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, first we have there's a lot there. There's a lot there.
Sorry, I'm just going.
It's a bomb. All right, listen, here's the thing.
Going.
You're cheering for Golden State. I'm very disappointed in you.
I've shocked you.
I am very disappointed in you because they have the most, to me, just the most hateable team. It's like a nice fine wine in the mouth.
Listen,
a lot of good nose on it. It's the perfect team to hate. Draymond loses his mind every single time.
100%.
He plays dirty, but he hates it when people play dirty with him.
100%. Maybe the most unlikable. The thing about it is
Quentin Post is a walking pout.
Yes.
Quentin, have you seen a face that's more? 100%. It is a pout.
Yeah, they got the rugby guy or the lacrosse guy in there. Was it Spencer? Who's just
doing?
Running around being, playing like it's a lacrosse. Yeah. No, they are a hateable team, but they beat the most hateable team. I think Houston was the most hateable team
because you didn't go to U of O.
Look, first of all, Dylan Brooks can always find my ass to kiss. But listen, the Houston Rockets try to be the most hated team in the league, but they can't. They haven't won anything yet, right? So they're like a pretend villain. They've never held the Intercontinental Championship belt.
Sure,
they're a pretender.
Yeah,
Golden State is the honky tonk man of the NBA right now.
You're on the wrong side of the ring.
That's okay.
You're wearing the wrong shirt.
I am. I've got my honky tonk man T-shirt. I'm doing a little dance. I'm smashing people over the head with guitars.
I don't even know you anymore. Yes. I don't even know you anymore. I don't like it.
The dark side. But it's the last time. It's feasibly the last time you will ever see the Golden State
We keep saying
machine.
that. We keep thinking that. But Steph Curry is a miracle man, and I will give you this. We talked about this last summer. It is incredibly fun to cheer for him when he was on Team USA.
100%.
But right now, we have, to me, way more compelling teams to cheer for in this tournament. Now, what I want you to do now, there has been 4 game-winning shots in the playoffs. We have
good.
Aaron Gordon's dunk.
So good.
We have Jalen Brunson just taking Amon's poor brother, Osler, just shaking him, 2 time zones to the left, and hitting a shot, and then pointing to the crowd in Detroit, which is not a crowd you want to point to.
Listen, you do something like that, you get to talk to shit.
Yeah. And then we also have Aaron Gordon's 3 at the buzzer to pull them in an improbable victory over the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then you have Tyrese Haliburton getting his own rebound miss off a free throw, doing a step out, getting into his frankly janky looking shot. I mean, his shot,
just a terrible shot.
You can see every single part of it. Like he's thinking about it as it happens.
Yeah.
Which of those 3 are you ranking? Where are you ranking those for?
Oh man, I think the shot over OKC. Yeah, that was just devastating. That was a great game. That was a fantastic game.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
You just leave that game feeling wholly entertained. Like I have just watched a great game. I need nothing else for the rest of the day. I'm content. I'm fed. I'm ready to go. Yeah. I just the Indiana Pacers are basically Midwest Houston Rockets. And I can't.
You're not into it.
I just can't. Yeah, I just can't.
Is it possible
he's got his dad on the court trying to fight people? I mean, what are we doing?
Is it possible you just don't like Canadians?
No, I like Canadians.
I think both those teams over-index on Canada.
They do over-index on Canada,
and you seem to don't like them. I don't know what's going on.
No,
Dylan Brooks is a U of O legend. One of the best basketball players to ever come out of the program, and he's just he stirs stuff up. It's great. Okay, so you go Haliburton 1.
No, Haliburton's at the end of the list.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No.
Sorry, you go or Aaron Gordon 1.
Indiana didn't win that game. The Cavs just lost.
You go Gordon 1.
Yeah.
What do you got 2? Brunson?
Yeah, Brunson was tough.
And then Gordon again 3.
Gordon again 3. Yeah.
Because the Gordon 3, that's an opportunity. That's an air ball that he just took the opportunity to dunk in.
I think the basketball gods are finally sort of repaying Aaron Gordon for never winning a slam dunk title.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the karma has stacked up. They say, look, Aaron, this is your year. Yeah. You are going to be basically untouchable in clutch moments. Because he's not a clutch guy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but apparently he is.
Yeah. He's made some and even in that game, the last game, he made some very questionable plays down the stretch. Yeah. But yeah, the basketball gods are on that guy's shoulder, and good for him.
Broad shoulders. And,
broad shoulders.
There's a tattoo of a water droplet. Just a water drop. I think I would agree with you. I think the Brunson one, I had been cheering for Detroit. But this playoffs has just been so fun. It made me get a Max subscription.
Sure.
Because I was like, this is just too good to miss up.
Welcome.
And I have, cue the violins here. I am finding myself going from basketball-like with many of these guys to falling into basketball love with them.
Absolutely.
And I just want to tell you, I just want to get it off my chest. I have the boombox on my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm standing outside their window. I'm saying, choose me. Jalen Brunson, choose me. Nikola Jokic, choose me. Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. The thing about it, and I think that we are in a sort of very cynical age, basketball wise, where the product is
worse. Yeah,
everything's bad. Yeah. All the guys are terrible. Everything's horrible, and I think there's like a lot of incentive to sort of bash whatever's happening. Like you turn on like any of the sports channels, it's these guys. Some guys are former players who know what they're talking about. Some guys are just loud people who really, how are you going to? Oh, he's not really hurt. Well, come on, man. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? Like, But yeah, I think there's this thing like for the past 5 or 6 years, it's just been bashing. Like, he's great, but look at all this other stuff,
Yeah.
And no, it's a great product. Like if you're watching these playoffs, these guys are fantastic. And not only are the guys who we know still like LeBron still being an MVP candidate at 40, Steph Curry still being 40 points or whatever at 38. You got all these, but all the young talent, and like I said, I'm knocking Indiana, but like you can't deny Tyrese Haliburton is a player.
No,
you can't deny Jalen Brunson is a player.
Right.
Even so, like, did you see the last Houston game Amon Thompson had this move
Yeah.
where he went like around the back
Yeah.
and like Euro step, then
Yeah.
did like this 360 layup in the
Yeah.
air. Like
Yeah.
it was one of the prettiest moves I've ever seen in my life. Like the league is exciting. Like
Yeah.
it's good. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It should make you happy if you're
Yeah.
a basketball fan.
Yeah, and I feel like in years past it was like guys buying the dip on GameStop. It was like we're gonna go all in on LeBron,
Right.
and we're gonna go all in on this on Steph, and we're gonna go all in on these name brand superstars. And if they don't make it, sorry, now we have Milwaukee and the Suns in the playoffs in the finals, and nobody's. But
Right.
now it feels like the NBA landscape is this beautiful mutual fund.
Yeah.
We have a lot of diversity in our investments.
100%.
Everything's rising up.
Yeah.
You could tell me, and you could tell me that we have a Nuggets Pacers final, and I would not be, I'd be
No.
watching every single minute of that.
100%. I might not like some of the teams that are left, but they all
Well,
play.
you don't like
fun basketball.
that's your natural mode is to not like something, which
Yeah.
is why it's so shocking to me.
Any combination. You send me any combination in the finals from the remaining teams,
Yeah.
I'm going to be happy.
Yep. Yeah. I co-sign.
Floating around.
I
Cloud 9,
co-sign.
Cloud 10, Cloud 11.
I'm going to get you a Warriors shirt.
I'm thinking
I'm
about
going
it.
to make you wear that.
I'm thinking about it. Listen, I have reached
Have you told our mutual friend
no.
who is a big
No,
Warriors
no, no,
fan?
no.
Have you told him?
No, because I'm not like a fan. I'm a
Sure.
temporary like
I
for
won't
the
tell
rest
him. I'm
of
not
the,
going to do it because
it's
I don't
just
want that
it's a
for
summer fling. It's a summer fling.
you. You don't want to tell your main
Yeah,
squeeze.
I'm just saying. Because look, the past 10 years of basketball have
Yeah.
been LeBron versus Golden State.
Sure.
And I want to sort of respect that because again, we're not going to have too many more of these.
Well, and Steph is, he wasn't actually playing in the game most of the game, but
Yeah. Plus,
in
I mean,
the round before, he was the whole time, the whole reason. Yeah.
this time, let's say around maybe December, before the Jimmy Butler trade, Golden State was an afterthought. Golden State wasn't even a playing team.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So to watch that comeback, that glow up, to give it one last run, yeah, sign me up. Sign
All
me
right.
up.
What I want to know about you from you now is
Okay.
I know that you have a in that big heart that can hold so much detest for so many.
Yeah.
You have a special place for the young core out of Oklahoma City. Was your Schadenfreude? Was it Schadenfreude? What's that
Yeah.
thing? Was that going nuts when you saw them just fumble after fumble?
Chet
just missed
you
2 free
love to
throws.
see it. You
Yeah.
love because that wipes some of the smirk off of your face. Chatavius, the Thompson twin. No, not the Thompson twins. The Williams guys.
The Williams
two
guys, they're not brothers,
The
but
two
yeah.
Jalen's. The two
Sure.
Jalen's unrelated, different spelling, etc. But no, this is the thing. If you're Golden State and you
Yeah.
already have 4 trophies,
Yeah.
you can be a little smug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you're LeBron James and you got, I don't know, 4 or 5, 6 rings he's got, you can be a little smug.
He's got 4 rings.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Be smug. That's fine. But if you're Boston, all right, be smug. That's
Yeah.
fine. If you're Jokic and you've already got a ring in the bank and you're doing 44-24
Yeah.
splits, whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, be smug.
Sure.
But what have they done
Yeah.
aside from bad commercials?
Yeah.
Honestly, they got potential.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was watching the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, love to see it. Love to see it. All young people, listen. All young people
Yeah.
at some point in their life need an ass whooping. Doesn't have to be a literal ass whooping, but you need to be embarrassed
Yep.
to learn a little modesty and humility, just a little bit, just a little tiny bit.
At least.
Yeah.
I think the thing is you when you're young, you hear the older generation tell you things, and it just sounds so trite and so
Yeah.
just canned, and you're like, that's not a real thing. Like when you become a parent for the first time, a million people tell you, it goes by so fast. You're like, all right, whatever. Like
Mhm.
I'm changing diapers, 4 hours a day. I want this to go fast. And then it actually goes by fast, and you're like, okay, I missed that. I'm looking back at photos of my little kid when he's running with diapers.
Mhm.
Another one of these old chestnuts is that you can't teach experience. You have to get like the playoff pedigree, all this stuff. And you saw it unfold in real time.
Yeah.
You saw Chet hang on the rim a little bit too much and knock his own dunk out. You saw
Uh-huh.
him miss a couple free throws.
Yep.
You saw Jay Williams did not look like the Jay Williams that we're kind of
Had a little
accustomed to.
bit of the yips,
Yep.
a little bit of the pressure.
So if you're Oklahoma
bright
City, you're
lights.
hoping maybe that first game kind of steals it. Maybe you can kind of draw back on what you learned with the Mavs, et cetera, et cetera. I don't
But
know.
listen, I mean, this will be the thing. This is, if you are an Oklahoma City fan,
Yeah.
this is like the make or break thing. Like if you get beat and
Yeah.
you lose, what happens? Like, are you going to become? Are you going to sort of like meld you into? Are you on the forge? Are you going to hammer out to be like that juggernaut team that they can be? I mean, there's no denying the talent they have, and they have like what 40% of all the draft picks from here until. I mean, they're just going to keep getting better.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's how you know. Is this like? Are they for real? For real? Is when you can get punched in the mouth and then come back the next year and say, no, we're not losing this time.
Yeah. And you remember back when the Cavs came back and they beat the Warriors, and then that led to Kevin Durant signing with the Warriors because he wasn't going to do it if they were going to be a champion, right? Like if he's not going to come on to the team that's already a champion to sign on again. But because they lost, he felt like he had a window, right? So maybe this is the thing that happens where the Thunder lose, and then Sam Presti's like, all right, we're going to go get Giannis. And then you and I are talking in 5 years, and they're the 4-time champions because they have Giannis, Shea, the whole thing.
If Oklahoma City gets Giannis, I may just get into soccer more.
I think I will too. Yeah. You and I will be in the Timbers army. We'll just be jumping up and down.
That would be, David Stern would come back from the great beyond, and we're not. No.
Yeah. No. We'll crawl out of Adam Silver's
That's
mouth.
100% right.
Okay, so you mentioned their commercial, their annoying commercial.
Oh.
Well, the playoff basketball has been exceptional.
Yes.
The commercials have been terrible.
God awful.
So you have that you have the one you're talking about where the entire premise of the commercial is that these kids, all three of them, wake up and oops, we wore the same outfit.
We wore the same outfit.
And they're at some sort of giant, like a movie premiere, or maybe like maybe it's probably like a tequila. It's one of their tequila brands is launching or something.
Sure.
It's just a terrible, terrible thing. And they all look like they're talking with cubes of cheese in their mouth. Just yeah. But the number one worst commercial of these playoffs, I'm sorry to do this to you because he is Jimmy Butler, your man, is Jimmy Butler talking to a cartoon cheese wheel all about how you have to have enough cheddar to get your own shoe.
I feel like that's a good, that's a good heat check. Can you still be cool talking to cartoon cheese? I mean, that's a tough one. That is a tough mountain to climb, and Jimmy just does not. No, and who would? I mean, who could you cycle into that commercial and make it anything other than just mind-numbingly stupid? Because again, you're trying to hype up cartoon cheese. Yeah. That's a tough one.
You know who I think could do it, actually?
Who's that?
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, that's true.
But you gotta the opportunity they missed is you don't have them being buddies sitting in Foot Locker together.
No.
You have them being a little adversarial.
Sure.
Jimmy Butler doesn't in fact have a signature shoe.
No.
So it's a little weird to be like, hey, you got to have all that cheddar to get a signature shoe. Yeah. He should be being like, hey, how come the cheese got a shoe?
Sure.
Now I want a shoe.
That's funny. How come the cheese got a shoe?
You gave a piece of cheese a shoe.
Yeah.
I don't get a shoe.
I don't have a shoe. Sure. Done. What
are these? They're missing. There's just stuff on the table and they're saying we don't want it.
You're in the wrong line of work. Jimmy could sell that. Jimmy could absolutely sell that like a pro.
100%. I'm still just riffing on Bronny LeBron commercials because is a totally underutilized market. Okay. There's so many opportunities here.
Yeah. Yeah. And you get the, what are they waiting for?
I don't know. It's the highest he'll ever be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got him drafted to your team. Yeah. You might as well just milk it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Mark Daigneault is coaching against Rick Adelman's kid.
Yeah.
Now we have two of those haircuts. All we need is Cooper Flagg to come in. We'll get three of them.
Oh my God!
What is happening at the barbershop? Where you go into the barbershop and you say, "Give me that haircut."
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I mean,
I'm going to be on national. I'm not saying I have a perfect haircut. I'm not saying you have a perfect haircut.
No,
I know that, but I'm not on national television.
Well, the thing is, and there's a little nuance here. There's a little differentiation because I think that David Adelman looks like he cuts his own hair, which I kind of respect. He's given a look. I mean, look at the guy.
He doesn't know if he's going to have a contract.
Yeah, I mean, look,
save money.
He looks like. He looks like Chip and Dale's younger brother, right? It's like, the Property Brothers.
Yeah. There's
a third Property Brother who's like a Vegas magician.
Sure.
He was just like a little too weird to be on.
Yeah.
So he went into magic, right?
Yeah.
David Adelman's like that with Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
Like he's not cute enough to be in the cartoons, so he just got into basketball, right? So yeah, okay. I think Mark Daigneault though, it's like he found like the one guy in Oklahoma City who does like 19th century haircuts. Like I want to look like Doc Holliday. I want the Wyatt Earp. Can you give me the Wyatt Earp, sir? I can't really grow a mustache, but can you give me, because he's got the little kind of bangs. I mean, like the guy in the Pringles can almost.
Yeah.
You know, like he should be. He should be.
Boyardee.
You know how I feel with about anyone with bangs. It's really hard for me to take you seriously if you have bangs.
So
and that is not gender specific.
I
by the way.
I don't. My wife just got bangs. So,
oh no.
I don't. I'm not bagging on anybody's appearance. I think they're both. It's fine. So you just got to be you. But there's a message. There's just nothing. They just didn't do anything with it. I mean, they're just like, we just don't. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's because we're spending too much time with the X's and the O's.
Yeah, they're too busy. They're too busy winning basketball games, man.
They've just won a lot of basketball games.
They're too busy winning basketball.
I mean, Chauncey could go for a worse haircut. Maybe he wins some more basketball games.
He should do what I'm doing. Just go full George Jefferson. Just not even. Just stop. Stop cutting it. You're wasting time. We all know you're bald. It's fine.
Yep. Okay, so you sent me a fake trade.
Oh.
Now, I know that you go into places that you need to turn on special settings on your computer so you don't so you still have a computer after you leave those realms of the internet.
Yeah, I tend to.
Is this from one of those dumpster fires?
No, that was the guy from Bleacher Report. It's
a real thing.
That's a real thing. And it totally.
So you want to explain what this trade is?
Total fever dream stuff. Let me pull it up.
I think it's Jabari Smith.
Oh, so the premise of the trade is Portland and Houston. And let me see if I can pull that up. So Portland is going to give up one Anfernee Simons, which, I mean, needs to happen. Okay. But Houston, apparently, for Anfernee Simons, is willing to give up Reed Shepherd, who did not play much in the NBA, but if you're listening to this, go Google Reed Shepherd G League stats. Or no, it was a G League?
It's called, you mean like, Kentucky? Yeah.
No. The G League. Like,
oh, he played for Houston's G League.
Yeah, he's a G League team. So go look up Reed Shepherd G League stats just real quick. And I know the G League's not the NBA, but just look at what he did in the G League this season. Just that. And then you got Jabari Smith Jr., a guy who, I feel like has maybe not quite lived up to his potential, but he was like the number 2 pick the year that Orlando took Banchero.
Number 3.
And there was a lot of talk that he was going to be the number 1 guy.
Yeah, there was all 3. Who was it going to be?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But he's got, just a ton of potential. 6'10", can shoot, can play defense, the whole thing. And a couple of first-round picks.
Yeah. That's not real. If you told me, even without the picks, I'd be like, oh, that's a good haul. That's a good.
Phoenix might not be able to get that for Kevin Durant.
I know. Yeah.
Because the picks are at a real premium right now. And Houston's got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I saw that. Yeah. And again, this is not my usual sources. I did not have to go behind any convenience stores to find this guy. This guy is like, a featured columnist on Bleacher Report.
You still have all your fingers and toes.
Yeah, exactly. Like I didn't have to trade a single human organ for any of this info. I mean, he's just putting it right out there. And I just think we are all living in weird times.
So that's one thing. That's a fever dream. But in concert with that, there has been some reporting from Mark Stein that the Magic are also sniffing around. And the Simons to the Magic has been something that we've all just collectively dreamed in the Matrix for. Yeah, I mean, we're all there with it. But the thing that makes the reason why I want to bring it up is because I think both of those teams performed well enough in the playoffs. I mean, Orlando lost in 4 to the Celtics, but they were there. They were there. They could do some stuff with them. And I think both of those teams are realizing we need a little bit of offensive punch. Yeah. All of a sudden, here comes Anfernee Simons, great contract, expiring. You don't have to it's not like it's a long-term marriage.
Right.
And so I think that there's a path where we're talking in August and we're like, Joe Cronin is one mastermind because he did this, he held on, and now we got this.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. And like I said, the NBA markets are so weird. But I do think you're onto something. Both Orlando and Houston, when they look back at this playoffs, we got to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. We played well in the playoffs. Like at the end of the 7 games, Houston and Golden State actually scored the exact same amount of total points.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that's a pretty good. That's
Game 7.
That's a pretty good run.
Yeah.
And you can say, like, if you were like playing Magic GM, you look at either one of those teams. Well, what do we need? And the answer is reliable shooting.
Yep.
We need a deep threat. We need a guy who can come in and nail 3-pointers. So neither one, those teams do not have that guy. So yeah, like, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like, is he on the same level as like Kevin Durant? Obviously not. But he feels a desperate need for two teams that are on the cusp of making that next step.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Joe can do with that. Because yeah, I was watching that Houston game. Man, if they had anyone who could reliably hit a 3-pointer, this would be a done deal.
Yeah.
You know, Orlando's kind of the same way, but they got all that size and all those playmakers and just no one to catch and shoot.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, the knock-on effect is going to be tremendous because you have, Şengün and Banchero. I mean, those guys are mid-range to low post operators, and they need space to do that. And that theoretically is what Simons could bring.
Yeah, and both teams are good enough defensively that you don't need to rely on him to be like a lockdown defense. Even though
he's been competing for sure.
He really did a great job defensively.
Also, he's going to go into a system where there's a good coach. So you might even see.
What would that be like?
What Simons is having like a crazy year? Like, this is nuts.
Huh.
Weird.
Huh.
All right. Well, by the time, do you have anything else? No, you don't have anything else.
Warriors in 6, baby.
Yeah. Stop it. The Warriors are not
Warriors in 6.
The Warriors are not going to make it past. Listen, this is the thing I don't understand. Okay, this is the thing.
Okay.
This is the. Okay. First of all, Anthony Edwards is incredible basketball. Just incredible to watch. Incredible to experience.
100%.
Both sides of the court. He goes 110 miles an hour. He was looking at Luka the entire time, being like, "I am mad at you."
Yes, I love it. I love that.
And that's the guy you want to go home early, so you can see Draymond push up weird shots and yell at referees.
100%. 100%. Draymond Green is actually morphed into me. That's what I look like shooting with my halfway fused back. Okay, so I appreciate that. Like, right? Okay. Now listen. Here's the thing. It's the last year. It's the last Golden State year.
I know, but come on.
Just hear me out on this. How mad is Anthony Edwards going to play if he gets outed this year by a team that most of those guys are halfway dead? He's going to come back a Super Saiyan. He is going to come back like he's going to he's going to be on fire, literally on fire. He's going to be setting off smoke detectors just walking into a room. That's heat. That's heat. That's the long game. I want to make an investment in Anthony Edwards' future terrorizing the league, and no better way to do it.
So you're playing like Draymond, 3D chess or something.
Draymond giving you the bye-bye wave.
Stop.
Yeah.
Listen, I agree with you. This is the last year. Steph's playing crazy. He's playing really well. I mean, he's the shot making that guy has in his back pocket. Not just the 3-point shots. I mean, he gets to his spaces. He has incredible angles.
Everything.
But if you knock out Steph when he's already done, that's nothing. Knock him out right now.
No.
Knock the crown off his head.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, no. Get beat by Steph and come back. I want to see Anthony Edwards.
No peaceful transfers.
Right at the line where you don't know if he's going to bite someone's ear off. That's the level of heat I want from him.
I like stability in my democracy, and I like uprisings in my basketball.
I see.
Okay?
I see.
I want the rainy. I want Steph at the top of his game.
Yeah.
To be taken out.
Oh.
Have his heart broken and eaten in front of him.
Wow.
Okay. Too much.
No.
I went too much. I felt it there.
Yeah, okay. No.
This time next week, we will be talking about where the Blazers will be picking. I'll be having all kinds of wonderful ideas and schemes. Unless it's number one, then we just know what we're going to do.
Well, you know what you're going to do. Actually, the top 3, I think you kind of know what you're going to do.
Which is interesting because if you don't got one, you're looking into some lead guard situation stuff.
Well, and that's I just want to. How quickly that all changed.
Yeah.
How quickly now we have a set front court.
Yeah.
I am as protective of our front court now as I am of my food when there are children around. These are my chips. These are my chips, children. No, this is my front court. You're not going to touch
my
them.
little moment.
These are my guys. These are my toys. These are my guys. Yeah.
All right. Next week.
We're gonna do this again, are we? Okay.
Get this
Thank
man
you, Boom Distortion.
Stop it. Get some help.
a Blazers podcast.
Throw a pin at the one. Maybe I do something like this. I shut a book.
Okay.
You
Sure.
know,
We just knock the camera away.
maybe I just throw the computer. Just
Yeah.
knock it off.